What is up? My name is Mike the PA. I've been a PA for the last 4 years. Currently practicing right now urgent care. And I have been helping pre-PA students get into PA school over the last maybe year and a half or so. And the biggest thing I want to talk about today is the three biggest and toughest PA school questions that you will get asked during your PA school interview. And starting it off with, why do you want to be a PA? Now, this one trips up a lot of students because it seems fairly simple, it seems fairly straightforward, but there's actually more to the question than what the question is asking. What they really want to know is a little bit deeper than just why you want to be a PA, okay? And the trap for this is a lot of students, they say, oh, well, I want the work-life balance, it seems easier than med school, I want to, just all these different answers that are very cliche that the admissions committees have heard over and over again, and especially, like lateral mobility, the work-life balance, all this kind of stuff. And that's what really trips up a lot of students when answering this question, is because that is just a side benefit of being a PA. Those are just the side benefits. That's not actually why you want to be a PA, okay? So that's the first question. The second question is, tell me your greatest weakness. And again, with this question, it's another trap question, and a lot of students fall for the trap and they actually give a literal weakness. They'll say, oh, I'm not a punctual person, or oh, I'm lazy. And yes, I have heard those actual answers to that question before during a mock interview, and it was pretty surprising and actually quite funny. But what they're actually looking for is an actual strength framed as a weakness. So, I take on too many responsibilities at once. It's hard for me to say no to things. Things of that sort, because that really demonstrates to the admissions committees, like, okay, well, this person, we all have flaws, but this person, they're somewhat responsible. They take on a lot of things. They're ambitious, and the thing for them is, sorry, I lost a train of thought. The thing is, that question, what they basically want is a weakness, a strength framed as a weakness, and how you learn to overcome that weakness, okay? So, learning how to say no. What did you do to learn how to say no? Things of that sort. And then the third most difficult question for most students during the PA school interview is an ethical question, okay? A lot of you guys want to go to PA school, and a lot of you guys have not really done your research on what a PA is, what their role is, what their scope of practice is, and things of that sort. So if you guys can really dig deep into the scope of practice of a PA, what it's about, how it differs from a nurse practitioner and MD, answering the ethical questions will be a lot easier, because what the admissions committees are looking for is, how do you synthesize, a difficult question, a difficult ethical question, like a patient's refusing a blood transfusion, those types of questions. But they want you to go through the process of, if you are already the PA, how are you going to handle that situation? And so if you know the scope of practice of a PA, what their job entails, things of that sort, answering those questions will be a lot easier. So right now, guys, I'm also currently doing mock interviews. If you guys are interested, you guys can go ahead and click the link in my bio and schedule a date and time that works best for you. I encourage you guys to start doing them early, because in the next month or two, I am going to be very busy. My calendar is going to be completely booked up. So far, everyone this year that has mock interviewed with me has got accepted to PA school, which is actually amazing. And so if you guys have any other questions, please leave a comment below. Book your mock interview today. And I hope you guys found this helpful.